Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to film a quick transformation video. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. So first I'm taking my Brow Wiz in Ebony. And I'm just gonna go ahead and brush out both of my eyebrows. And then once I get that done, I go ahead and take the eyebrow pencil and I extend my brow at the end first. And then I start at the bottom of my brow and I just start to draw a line, just to define it out some more. And then I kind of do the same thing at the top. And I make sure when I go in that I go in with a light hand so that it doesn't look too harsh. But I feel like the Brow Wiz already makes it so that it doesn't look harsh. It's not like using a pomade. And then I'm taking my spoolie one more time and I'm just gonna go ahead and brush that out so it can all look blended. So here I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in the color 30. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this to carve out the bottom and top portion of my brows just to make sure everything looks really defined. And this is my favorite concealer. It's pretty much the same skin tone as me, and that's why I really like it. I feel like it just makes my brows look really nice and blended out and doesn't give me any type of harsh lines or anything like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend out that concealer. Go ahead and brush them one more time just to get any concealer that may be inside my eyebrow hairs out. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and take my Rubykissescosmetics Go Brow in the color brown to keep my brows in place. I'm taking the same Maybelline Fit Me concealer and I'm just using that as a base for my eyeshadow. And then I'm taking my Real Technique sponge just to blend that out over top of my eyelid. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Heel palette today. And I'm taking that orange shade and I'm just plopping that into my crease. I'm using this as my transition shade. And I'm taking that orangey red shade and I'm using this inside my crease as well. And I'm kind of going for like that sunset-y type of look. But I'm using this on a smaller brush. And I'm just buffing that out around the edges. Okay, so now I'm taking this shade. I'm just putting that closest to my eyelashes at the very base of my eyelid, just to deepen it up. And I'm just using pat motions while doing this. And then I'm taking that same small brush that I was using earlier with the same orangey red shade. I'm just kind of blending the two colors together. And here I'm taking this metallic shade right here. It's really pretty, as you can see. I'm just putting that on top of my lid. And then I'm putting this one on top of my lid as well. It's like a super nice silver shade. So that's it for my eyes for now. Now I'm going into my Maybelline Master Prime primer, and this is one of my favorite primers, and I'm just using that to fill in any of the pores that are visible on my skin. I use a generous amount of this, and I'm putting this all over. I'm going into my NYX Honey Do Me Up, and this is like a primer that you put underneath of your foundation, and it just makes you more glowy throughout the day. So I'm just using this, and then I'm rubbing that in as well. I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 330, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my face. And then I'm using my Real Technique sponge just to go ahead and blend all that into my skin. So now I'm taking my Revolution concealers in C11 and C15. And I'm just putting the concealer underneath my eyes for my highlight shade, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead and chin. Contour out my cheekbones and a little bit underneath my lip and on my jawbone. And I'm taking that same sponge and I'm blending out my concealer first, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend out my contour second. So to blend out my nose contour, I like to use my Wet n Wild blending brush for this. I'm just using this to blend that out really quickly. So now I'm using my Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder, and I'm just putting that underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose some, on my forehead, and around my mouth. And then I'm taking my Black Radiance contour powder, which I forgot what shade this is, but I'll put it down below in the description box. I'm using that to contour out my face. Now I'm going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going into this shade right here, and I'm just popping that underneath my eye, just to try to look all together. And I'm just lightly smoking it out. Here I'm taking my NYX liquid liner, and I'm just doing a small, thin layer of liner on my eyelid. And as you can see, I messed up a little bit, but I fixed it. And I'm just using this brown eye pencil, and I'm using that as my under eye liner. I'm going into my Mario Badescu spray, and I'm just setting everything together on my face. And then I kind of use this little fan just to make sure everything is nice and set. Now I'm taking my Colossal mascara, and I'm just using a couple layers of that onto my eyelashes. And I'm using these lashes I got from iEnvy, the Iconic collection in 02. And I was using my tweezers to get them really close to my lash line. And these are really pretty lashes. If you like your lashes really full, you can definitely double them, and they will look really nice. And then I'm going into my Master Chrome highlighter from Maybelline and my Fenty Beauty highlighter. And I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my face and down the bridge of my nose and all the high points on my face that I want highlighted. Okay, so I'm taking my NYX lip liner in Toast, and I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. I figured I wanted to do like a red lip today because I barely do red lips. So, and I took my NYX lip cream, and it was this really pretty red shade. So I want to go ahead and move on to the hair that I got from my local beauty supply store. This is an Impress lace wig. It has a 6-inch deep part, and it is in body wave, and it comes with 2 clips at the front of the part and then 1 clip in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my head just so you can see how it is looking, and it does have baby hairs already on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to customizing this thing. I'm just cutting off the lace from the wig, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the wig onto my head so I can see what I'm working with. I'm going to pull some of the hair back, and I want to go ahead and start making my baby hairs. So I'm just taking out just a thin layer of hair on both sides of the part. The baby hairs are way too long, so I went ahead and cut those some. And then I went in with my tweezers, and I tweezed away some of the hair so that it didn't look too thick. And now that I'm done with all that, I'm going to go ahead and take my Got to Be glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay the baby hairs right at the part. I'm just doing like 2 swoops, nothing too serious. And once I get them looking the way I want to, I'm going to go ahead and apply my scarf for 10 minutes and let that sit. So I did apply some powdered foundation off camera to my part to make it look more realistic. I really hope you guys enjoyed my makeup and hair transformation video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.